Kings and their results, and of course the upcoming fixtures, lying fifth on the table. I would like to have won more. Everyone wants to win more, of course, but yeah, the win-loss. The consistency not quite there for those in black and yellow. Here's a Freedy, and he's met with one that's rather handsome. Niall O'Brien alongside. I reckon you would have liked that.
Beautiful stroke. Laurie Evans. A slow start to his BPL career this season, but this is a beautiful stroke. Full from a Freedy. Smashed through the extra cover region, all the way along the carpet.
Welcome to you, Niall. Turning up yesterday, and now you're here at the BPL. You played in it previous years. Lovely to have you here alongside. A couple of old guns still playing. Here we go. Here's another boundary, just for you, Niall.
Yes, beautiful stroke. Laurie Evans finding some form finally. He's back in Dhaka. He's back finding the middle of his bat. This time shorter from a Freedy. Laurie Evans rocks back, cuts well. That'll make him feel a whole lot better. He's had a struggle this series so far. They need him today.
Oh, another one. Just a fraction too short here of Freedy, and he's going around the track early.
Well, he looks a little bit ginger, shy to Freedy. He had a bit of a tumble early on, and that's again too short, too wide. Laurie Evans says thank you very much. 3 4s in the over, and a Freedy not happy. Finishes the over here. Shy to Freedy looked to get out of it with a dot ball, but he's been very expensive. He had a good tournament so far. Economy 6.3, fantastic, with a best of 3 for 10.
Power play is done and dusted, and the Kings are 28 for 2. Yeah, gorgeous conditions. The mercury's at about 25 C. Yeah. Thank you, Joseph Raza, standing umpire out there with Shafadullah. For the power play. Yeah, a couple of wickets in it. Some nice strokes as well.
Yeah, in all, Laurie Evans with the bat, but the Kings really struggling. 28 for 2. Helped mainly really with 3 boundaries off that last over for Freedy. Otherwise it would have made even grim reading, but it's been good so far for the Victorians. Been very impressive. Liam Dawson is back in the England T20 specialist in the main. Left arm spinner and useful with the bat. Very good, very wily campaigner, Liam Dawson.
Oh, and he's got him. Nailed it here, and he's delighted with this. 3rd one down now for the Kings.
Well, Ayub really struggling. He was 2 off 6. Liam Dawson, first ball out of the power play, tosses it up, a little bit of flight, not much spin, goes across the line and sees his off stump cartwheeling back. It's a horrific stroke. It's not what they needed. And the 3 down for 28.
Yeah, marvellous bit of flight. I've been impressed with this from Dawson in this edition of the BPL. Yeah, Marshall Ayub just a brace. 28 for 3. They only just had the power play finish. They do often say if you lose 3 inside of it, you're under the pump. Now they have just outside of it, but here's a man for the occasion, Ryan Tendescarter. He's 38 years young these days, wealth of experience, wonderful numbers these, and they need him here, the Kings.
Ryan Tendescarter played T20 cricket all over the world. IPL, Essex County Cricket Club captain. A wonderful cricketer, and you would think for the Kings, they've got 2 very capable batsmen in Tendescarter and Evans to try and rebuild this innings to get themselves into a position to try and launch for later on. But here's the wicket again. Liam Dawson just up, across the line. You miss, I hit. And that's clean bowled, and it's a poor dismissal.
Slippers in, rightly so. It's a lovely bit of flight there. The confidence for Liam Dawson. I saw it a little bit in Sillette. He gets that rhythm right in that loop. He is difficult to get away.
Liam Dawson knows what he's doing. He generally bowls good line and length. Doesn't get a great deal of turn. Might get a little bit of assistance here in the day game here at Dhaka, but generally very, very accurate. Doesn't give the batsman much to work with. Generally hitting the stumps.
Good ball, Dawson.
Laurie Evans just easy one to long off. So interesting how the next phase of play goes with Tendescarter and Evans. They've got to rebuild. Got to try and keep the run rate up. Try and post a decent score.
Bowling. Great bowling. Great bowling. Please.
Another good over for the Vicks. Wicket and 3. It's tightening the screws a little bit more here, those in red.
Bowling.
Want to be happy.
Great ball.
A slightly strange start, really. The pitch looked a decent pitch. You know, there was certainly no demons when we saw the pitch report. Didn't seem to be too much in the way of assistance of the bowlers, but it's been more batsman error so far. It looks a good pitch. Fresh pitch after the break from the matches in Sillette.
Good bowling.
It's the 7th one over. And it's all the 3s. It's 33 for 3. This is match 23. It's a day game, as you're all aware, happy with. Match 24 is going to be under lights. It's Chittagong Vikings up against the hosts, the Dynamites. Boom Boom is getting it a bit fuller at the start of this one. So he's going to have to be on his toes here because he's got 2 very experienced campaigners at the crease.
Struggled at the start, Afridi. Went for 12 in the first over, looking to come back strongly. Not quite settled into his rhythm as of yet, Shahid Afridi. Looking to kind of settle into a good line and length.
Oh, bye-bye.
He wouldn't have been used to that often, particularly here, Afridi, that is. He dictates terms. Conditions suit him. He was a little too short and he got pumped. Against Tendescarter and Evans, who have seen it all before.
Tendescarter, very good against seam. 153 strike rate. Spin, 80. He's got all the experience in the world, though, Ryan Tendescarter. Essex County Cricket Club captain back in the UK. And as I mentioned earlier, he's played all around the world. Big Bash, BPL, PSL, New Zealand, IPL. So he's got all the experience.
Suddenly Another Afridi over comes to an end. 36 for 3. There in Dhaka, as a lot of us appreciate, wonderful stadium, this Mirpur. Great theatre. Hopefully a few more coming in, particularly when the home side play in match 24.
It's a wonderful ground. I've played here many times in the BPL in Ireland. Very hostile crowd when you were an away team player, but wonderful support here. Bangladeshis love their cricket. And great to be back personally in Dhaka.
Be careful here. Knows the overs, the balls are ticking away. Yeah, great fans enjoying life. But Tendaskada, you'll want to be sensible, but he has to stroke it as well. And here he goes, but a footwork. Give it back to Laurie Evans, the right thing to do.
Yeah, we saw his graphic of strike rate versus seam as opposed to spin, and spin just the 80. So generally just tries to manoeuvre the spinners, rotate the strike, whereas the seam bowlers tends to attack slightly more.
He gets away with that. Big time. Only one, but there is protection. But, should have been more.
Well, it was a bad ball. It was Liam Dawson's first poor delivery. He hit it hard, but didn't find a gap. Just a single when he would have been looking for a boundary.
Certainly no issues with the over rate. Racing through with all the spin on offer. Suddenly, we're almost at 9 overs and they're not 40 yet, the Kings. Accuracy, such a key from Dawson. Another little cheeky single. Finish it, go into the 40s. Had 9 overs and we're going to have the Oshindara LPG strategic timeout. Thank you, shows up. And it is 40 for 3. Kings were put into bat by Umrul Kays. And at least Laurie Evans is there, and he's got an ally now in Ryan Tendaskada. But tough going on a fresh pitch here in Dhaka.
Yep, Evans has played well, but apart from that, the Kings really haven't got to grips with the wicket. Wicket looks a decent track, but the bowlers for the Victorians have been right on song. Imrul Kays winning the toss, had no hesitation about bowling, and his bowlers haven't disappointed him.
A couple for Dawson. Mahedi Hassan, he's got 1 for 4. It's Freedy at the bottom. It's, 1 over here cost him a dozen. First one, 13 in fact. So dominating are the Victorians so far in this contest. Hafiz was the first to go. Here we go.
Yeah, just hit a boundary and went across the line. Too full, wasn't there to hit. Took his off stump out of the ground. He was very disappointed with that. And then a little inside edge onto his pad. Mahedi Miraz caught slip. And again, another one. Cross the wicket, cross the line. Liam Dawson. You miss, I hit has been the Englishman's motto today, and he hasn't disappointed. The Kings struggling a little bit. 40 for 3 at the power play, at the strategic timeout, I should say.
Strategic timeout. All over. Players have had a light refreshment. Time to get back on in the middle. More of Boom Boom Afridi in his third. Up against Evans. Again, he's short. Hello? It's a chance. It's one I don't know if it carried. I don't think the players were too upset. Got away with another one here. Have Camilla. Dawson the previous over, now Afridi here.
Yeah, slightly either short or full today, Boom Boom so far. Not his usual pristine self, but nonetheless, doing a decent job.
I'll be watchful with that one. Saw Mumandula the other night and Select get knocked over with that skiddy one.
Well, generally when playing Afridi, you try and play forward. A little bit like Anil Kumble back in the day. Our listeners and viewers will know Anil Kumble. You play forward, play straight.
Protection, but it ain't going to matter. There's another boundary off Afridi.
Well, very rare you'll see a T20 game and Shahid Afridi gets cut for 3 boundaries, but today he just hasn't been on song, and Tendashada picked up the square cut, picked up the length, and he had a little bit of width to work with, and just the perfection there with the placement was absolutely superb. Again, short and wide. And nicely followed up. Brian Tendashada showing all his experience, picking up a boundary and then just dropping a single, called through Laurie Evans nicely.
Crucial partnership this. It's already 18. Again, slashed away. Finishes the over with another boundary. There's the 50 up now for the Kings after 10.
It has been a struggle for Rajshahi Kings. Already 3 down for 50. They just need to find a partnership here. They do have a very good bowling attack, Rajshahi Kings. And even if this kind of a start, they would, if these two can bat a little bit longer. Laurie Evans have been very good. Last ball of the last over from Shahid Afridi, short. He's been guilty of bowling short and he's got the treatment. This time he comes down the wicket. Only be a single. They can manage to score 130, 140 from here on and still be a pretty decent total, because I reckon Rajshahi Kings has got one of the best bowling attacks in the tournament. Use of the feet. The last time Rajshahi King played against the Dhaka Dynamites, they defended 136. So very crucial for Rajshahi to have that belief in themselves that yes, they can carry on. 2 more runs are being added and carry on and get close to that 130, 40 even more.
Great bowling.
Good afternoon, Woozy.
Good afternoon, Atta.
Saiful.
Yeah, not really an ideal situation they would love to be in here. Just gone halfway through their innings. It's at 53. They would have been happy batting first, though. Funny enough, as you would have heard the skipper talking on the toss. Had he won the toss, he would have actually batted first on the surface. But it's the loss of the wickets again, like you're saying, that's been the problem. And it's always going to be a problem. Down the wicket. It's a beautifully through the covers for 4.
Yeah, inside out. Not an easy shot to play. Really good use of the feet. And he's kicking on. Ryan Daskate. Look how he slices it away from that fielder at a long off. And it's a very good shot to pick up a boundary, already turning out to be a good over. 8 already in this over.
Yeah, that they need to. It's the consistency here that they need. Just be a single. It's the consistency they need in the batting department, really, just to try and steer the ship or to steady things. They end of the over, 59 for 3.
Yeah, they would be thinking to go at perhaps 8 or maybe more than 8 runs in an over from here on, where they can manage to score 140. And if they can really go ahead with these 2 batsmen batting right till the very end, maybe 150 is a possibility. It's a good little partnership in the making at the moment. 31 of 29. The problem is they've lost too many early wickets and they cannot afford to lose another one here. This partnership needs to go bigger. This Pereira into the attack. Nicely played off the back foot. It was short. Just be a single. He's coming in to replace Shahid Afridi from the Ispahani Mirzapur end. And we're looking to break this partnership. 217 wickets for Tisara Pereira. He's had a wonderful tournament and also very good with the bat.
Yeah, basically just carrying on from New Zealand where he left off. He came here and it did not look like he was starting all over again. He has been outstanding. And if you have a look here, he's only played 4 matches, just the 1 wicket. And not the best of economy rate as well. But if you have a look at here, this is well, in the 4 games that he's played, the majority of this is a length ball, 200% of them. Big single.
And that's the second time that he's missed an opportunity to pick up a boundary. It was short, and what he managed to do at the very end. Laurie Evans was hit it straight to mid-off. Had ample time to go back on the back foot and try to play it on the onside. Even if he wanted to play it square of the wicket on the offside, he could have easily picked up a boundary. This time it's a short delivery. And then once again it's Tandaskata on strike, who just picks the man in the deep. So dealing in singles at the moment.
Yeah, Tisara is a bit all over the place here in terms of length. And yes, he's got protection out in the deep, if you have a look at that. Good pitch, short pitch delivery. Yes, he's got a bit of pace on it. Funny enough, Turner's kind of taking his eyes off the ball. Unlucky he got a bat on it. And his time as well, but it's not really an ideal way to play the short pitch delivery, taking your eyes off it.
It's a slower delivery. down the leg side. So very crucial for Kumilla Victorians and also Rajshahi Kings to ensure that they have a really good match in terms of points. Kumilla Victorians have played 6, they've picked up 8 points. They've won 4, lost 2. Both teams, their last matches, they've won. Rajshahi Kings 6 points in the 6 that have played so far. And I reckon just going to the business end this tournament where the wins and the losses will be very crucial. End of the over, 7 in that over, 66 for 3. Apart from Chittagong Vikings, every other team has played 6 or more. And the top 4 teams will qualify for the playoffs. Dynamite's right at the top with 10 points. Vikings on 8. Vikings are looking really good. So is Kumilla. Bronco Riders not far behind. So is Rajshahi Kings. But 2 at the bottom struggling. Select Sixes only 4 and Kumilla Titans only 1 win out of the 7 matches that they have played so far. Wahab Riaz. The last time Kumilla Victorians played was against the Kumilla Titans. Straight to the fielder. It was a big, high-scoring affair. Kumilla Titans managed to score 181 for 7 and Victorians replied with 186 for 7. Opening partnership of 115 in 73 deliveries. Set the tone. Tamim was excellent with the bat. Finally coming back in really good form. 73 of 42. Rajshahi well fielded. Rajshahi also winning their last match, but it was against Saga Dynamite. I was just mentioning it because of their bowling attack. 136 for 6, which Rajshahi Kings managed to score, and they defended there, went on to win by 21, restricting Dhaka Dynamite's 116 for 9. That's the reason I feel that they need to score at least 130 or above to give them some chance, the bowlers, some chance to defend that total.
Easy single. Yeah, you're quite right, Hatta. It gets a little bit difficult for the bowlers as well if you don't have runs on the board. It's a lot easier as well to pinpoint, oh no, your department did not go so well. And Ryan Taylor-Scott also, and spoke to him earlier this morning, he pretty well spoken as well. He did say it's the batting department that they need to get right. And it's runs on the board. If they can get the partnerships going, it doesn't matter which surface you're playing on. It's a lot easier for the bowlers as well to play their part. So you're absolutely right. But it's the processes of actually getting that target that you're talking about, 130 plus. How do they do it? And they look well in course for this. And if they can bat another 5 overs, rotating the strike and putting the odd boundary away, good running. If they can find the odd boundary in the process, it's a lot easier to achieve those.
I think it's also very crucial for this pair. Ryan Taylor-Scott, 24 of 24. Laurie Evans, who came on to open the innings, 36 of 35. Not to play dot deliveries at this stage of the game. They've already played 2 dots already in the over. You talk about boundaries, boundaries will come, but you've got to ensure that you rotate the side. No one in front on the onside. All you got to do is tap and run. He's pulled that one, but he's fine that fielder in the deep, so it's still dealing in singles. Very good. You got to give credit to Wahab Riaz and the rest of the bowlers who showed the right kind of discipline. You happy with the surface? Busi, you were the pitch report. Isn't it also a bit on the slower side?
Well, look, I think it is a little bit on the slower side. It's not coming on as well as you would have seen the wickets in Sylhet. A lot of grass on it. This one is very bare. It's got no grass on it.
Yes, Sylhet was outstanding in the last couple of matches. We had seen some really high scores. But certainly was expecting a lot better this time around. The second leg in Dhaka. Oh, time for the Bashundhara LPG strategic timeout.
Yeah, and that was a confirmation for the Bashundhara LPG.
For 3 after 13. They got to kick on from here. They're going at a run rate of 5.38. That's the reason why I feel the pitch is still in on slower side. The ball not coming onto the bat and no real turn. I mean, if you didn't see the seamer swinging the ball or the spinners getting some bounce and turn, but I think it's just a case of poor batting that has disappointed Rajshahi Kings. There you go. Mehdi Hassan has bowled only 1 over. He's picked a 1 for 4. He still have 3 left in his full quota of 4 overs. Dawson very good, 2 for 20. He's finished his full quota of overs. Wahab Riaz has given nothing away. 5 of the 2 overs that he has bowled. But they've been very good with the ball. Let's have a look at the highlights. This was Mehdi. He just picked up the boundary. I think it was just a poor shot from Shahir Nafees. A couple of good-looking shots through the cover. And then Mehdi Hassan going down the track and getting an inside edge onto the bat. Yeah, a few boundaries in this over. Short, getting the treatment. And then once again, mashallah, you looked really good in the last match. Getting dismissed in that fashion. Too many short deliveries from Shahid Afridi. That was a good-looking shot, slicing it away from the fielder at long off. Ranton Descarte.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 모두 서버무게 저에게 뒷까지입니다.
Yes, 6 bowlers so far. For 3 after 13. 2 set batsmen in the crease. You really don't want to leave it to the others. So very crucial for this pair to ensure that they bat and bat till the very end. Never easy for a newcomer.
To continue from the East Pahani Mazapur end. Trying to be cheeky here, Laurie Evans trying to play the scoop shot. More sensibly, 45 up, 3 men up as well, trying to upset his length as well. Slow delivery, and he pegged it beautifully as well. Look at that. It's gone the distance. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, it's a pickup shot from Laurie Evans. And he smoked that in to bring up the first 6. Terrific hitting. Lovely shot from Laurie Evans. Gone the distance, 95 meters. It was a slower delivery. Down on his knees, and he knew the moment he hit that, it's going to the stands. Super shot. Yeah, the more you bat in the middle, your confidence level will grow higher and higher, and then you'll be looking to play some big shot. That's exactly what they need to do now.
Short, cut away. Oh, lucky. Found the man out in the deep. That was there to put away.
Yeah, Thisara Pereira got away with that. Look how short that is. There's only one fielder in the deep, and he's hit that straight, one bounce. It's Zia Rahman.
Center.
Important to put the loose deliveries to the boundaries.
Yeah, well, they're just coming off a break, and the message is quite clear, but they need to up the tempo here. Shot, picked up as well. Beautiful shot. Got the distance, got the treatment as well.
This time it's Ryan Descarte. We saw earlier Laurie Evans hitting one in the same direction for the maximum. And Ryan Descarte also not disappointing, putting away a bad delivery. He missed out previously, short and wide on the offside. This time, right from the middle part of the bat, 77 meters. It's turning out to be a good over. Already 13 in this over.
Yeah, they're going pretty well now. You can tell that they... Short. That should be a wide. That will be given a wide, I suppose. Yeah, it is a wide too. Yeah, talk about pressure. You've just been clubbed for 2 sixes. And where else are you going to go?
Yeah, with that 6, the 50 partnership comes in. Now it's 55 or 45. Partnership is good. Let's have a look at the batting to come in. Zakir Hassan can bat. Yonka, Faiz Ahmed, who's come in. Arafat Sani, Kamrul Islam, and Mustafizur Rahman. So perhaps Zakir Hassan and Yonka are capable of scoring runs. But as I said earlier, it's the men in the middle who are important. Shot. Just for a single. Very good from this pair, especially in this over. The run rate now creeps up, just goes to 6.14 now. So they do realize that they're getting into the business end of the innings when they need to put the foot on the accelerator and try to score quickly. Laurie Evans looking good, 44 of 39, 5 fours and a 6. He's on strike. Short, upish. Oh, just a outside hand of that fielder. Samshur Rahman, it's gone.